Could a simple t-shirt hold the answer to a question fans have been asking for months? When sharp-eyed netizens spotted Byun Woo-seok wearing what looked like a gift from Kim Hye-yoon, the internet exploded with speculation. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we dig deeper and uncover the truth right now. Could a simple piece of fabric tell a story more intimate than 1,000 words? That was the question buzzing in every corner of the internet when fans spotted Byun Woo-seok, one of Korea's most talked about rising stars, stepping out in a white graphic t-shirt that looks strikingly familiar. Not just familiar in the sense of a popular brand or a trendy design, no. This shirt carried with it a whisper of something deeper. A thread that seemed to connect him to none other than Kim Hye-yoon, the actress with whom he had shared undeniable on-screen chemistry. Within hours of the first photo hitting social media, elation ignited like wildfire. Was this simply a coincidence? Or a carefully chosen garment meant to send a message only she would truly understand? The moment happened on what seemed to be an ordinary afternoon in Seoul. A group of fans had gathered outside a modest cafe in the Gyeongsu-gil district, an area known for its indie boutiques, cozy coffee spots, and occasional celebrity sightings. Byun Woo-seok was there for a casual meet-up with friends, dressed simply in jeans, sneakers, and the now famous t-shirt. To the untrained eye, it was just another relaxed celebrity look. But to a certain group of devoted fans, those who know every detail, every past outfit, every interview, it was a lightning strike. One fan in particular, an art student named Minji, had her camera out as he exited the cafe. Later, when she zoomed in on the footage, her heart skipped a beat. She'd seen that shirt before, months ago, on Kim Hye-yoon's Instagram, in a mirror selfie that had since become one of her most liked posts. The fans moved quickly. Screenshots were compared. Dates cross-checked. The grainy texture of the fabric. The slightly faded print of a vintage-style seaside illustration. Even the tiny loose thread near the hem, they all matched. Within 2 hours, the hashtag Woo-seok Hye-yoon shirt began trending on Twitter in Korea, then Japan, and soon after, internationally. K-drama fan accounts posted side-by-side images, Kim Hye-yoon in her bright-lit selfie, hair tied back, wearing the shirt with pajama shorts, Byun Woo-seok walking down the street, sunglasses on. The same shirt draped effortlessly over his tall frame. The narrative practically wrote itself. To understand why this was such a big deal, one has to go back to the start of their public story, a story that began on the set of a romance drama that had quietly but decisively changed both their careers. Filming was intense, often running past midnight. Yet despite the grueling hours, cast members often remarked how Byun and Kim seemed to have their own private language, silent smiles across the set, quiet jokes exchanged between takes, and moments when their characters' emotions seemed to bleed into their real interactions. When the drama aired, viewers raved about their chemistry, calling it too real to be just acting. Interviews afterward only added fuel to the fire, with both stars often praising each other in unusually warm terms. Still, in the fast-moving world of Korean entertainment, such speculation is usually short-lived, until something like this happens. The t-shirt was no mere rumor whispered in online forums. It was a tangible, visible object, captured in HD photos, worn in public. And it wasn't just any shirt, it was one with a small backstory. Fans recalled that Kim Hye-yoon had once mentioned in a magazine interview that she loved buying quirky vintage clothes during her travels. That particular shirt had reportedly been picked up during a weekend trip to Busan. Whether she had gifted it to him intentionally or it had somehow ended up in his possession by accident was unknown, but in the court of fan opinion, there are no accidents. The media pounced. By evening, entertainment reporters were camped outside Byun's agency, cameras ready, hoping for a statement. Neither he nor Kim Hye-yoon addressed the matter directly. The silence only intensified the intrigue. Online, theories multiplied. Some fans believed it was a subtle soft launch of a relationship, public enough to be noticed, but ambiguous enough to be denied. Others argued it was an inside joke between them, a playful nod to their friendship, nothing more. Yet, the way he wore it, like it was his favorite shirt, left many unconvinced that this was purely platonic. What makes this incident particularly fascinating is the cultural weight that clothing carries in Korean celebrity culture. In a world where public image is meticulously crafted, even a small accessory can become a powerful symbol. Fashion is often used to communicate unspoken narratives, matching items, Coordinated colors or couple looks have long been a quiet way for stars to express closeness without saying a word. In this case, the shared shirt became a canvas for millions of fans to project their own romantic interpretations. But not everyone was charmed. A few corners of the internet voiced skepticism, warning against reading too much into something as trivial as clothing. It's just a shirt. One commenter wrote on a Naver forum. People are acting like they found a diamond ring. Still, skeptics admitted that the match between the two shirts was uncanny. Some even noted that the shirt had never been seen in public on anyone else, making it hard to explain away as coincidence. By the time midnight rolled around, several fan-made compilation videos had already racked up hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube, splicing together moments of Byun and Kim from interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and now, the infamous t-shirt images. These videos were often set to romantic ballads, making it impossible for viewers not to feel swept up in the what-if of it all. Even international media outlets started picking up the story, labeling it a t-shirt mystery and speculating about its meaning in lengthy think pieces. In the days following, paparazzi shots of Byun Woo-seok were scrutinized more than ever. Every piece of clothing, every accessory was compared against Kim Hye-yoon's known wardrobe. Fans debated whether they had spotted similar bracelets, caps, even tote bags. His choice of outfits suddenly became front-page gossip fodder, and her social media posts were dissected with forensic precision. For some, it was harmless fun, a romantic scavenger hunt played out in the digital age. For others, it was a deeply personal investment in the idea that two people they admired might be sharing something special behind the scenes. But perhaps the most intriguing element was the timing. Just a week earlier, both actors had been announced as leads in upcoming separate projects, meaning they would not be publicly working together for the foreseeable future. Was the shirt a quiet signal that they were still connected despite their diverging schedules? Or was it, as some suggested, a playful farewell gesture? A nod to the time they had shared? For Byun Woo-seok, the sudden whirlwind of attention was not entirely new. He had been through the celebrity rumor mill before. Yet, those close to him say he seemed unusually amused by this particular wave of speculation. A stylist who has worked with him for years told a reporter, off the record, "Woo-seok doesn't wear anything without knowing what it means. If he put that shirt on, he knew exactly what people would think. Whether that was meant to tease, to confirm, simply to stir the pot remains a mystery." As the week went on, one thing became clear: this was not a story that would fade quickly. The t-shirt had taken on a life of its own, becoming a symbol in the ongoing saga between two stars whose public personas had always hinted at something more. And while the truth remained elusive, the thrill of the mystery kept fans coming back for more, refreshing their feeds, waiting for the next clue. Days that followed, the t-shirt mystery refused to fade. Instead, it evolved. What began as a single snapshot on a quiet Seoul street had now grown into a cultural moment, one that seemed to pull everyone, from casual drama watchers to die-hard K-pop stans, into its orbit. Every morning brought new threads on online communities like DC Inside, The Coup, and Pan. Our users dissected not only the shirt but the possible messages it carried. Some claimed they had seen him wear it before, possibly during a low-profile outing months ago. Others dug deep into Kim Hye-yoon's past posts, looking for hidden patterns, matching locations, or even cryptic captions that could connect the dots. The intrigue was amplified by the complete lack of official comment. Byun Woo-seok's agency remained silent, issuing only a generic "we do not comment on our artists' personal matters" when pressed by reporters. Kim Hye-yoon's team took a similar stance. Silence was like pouring gasoline on an already blazing fire. Without a firm denial or confirmation, the field was wide open for interpretation, and fans were more than happy to fill in the blanks with their own imagined narratives. One particularly popular theory came from a fan who claimed to have attended a wrap party for their drama months earlier. According to this attendee, there had been a moment, brief but unforgettable, when Kim Hye-yoon had pulled something out of a small paper bag and handed it to Byun Woo-seok with a smile. You could see exactly what it was, but the witness wore it had looked like clothing. Could that have been the very same shirt? The story, verifiable as it was, spread like wildfire, lending a romantic backdrop to the t-shirt's origin. Meanwhile, offline, the ripple effects were equally intense. Street vendors in Myeongdong began selling knockoff versions of the Woo-seok Hye-yoon shirt within days. Some even labeling them with cheeky tags like "couple look special." Fans bought them in bulk, posting selfies wearing the shirt with captions like "manifesting my K-drama romance" or "if he knows, he knows." It was a rare instance where a simple garment, without a brand sponsorship or marketing campaign, became a runaway commercial success purely through fan-driven buzz. Even those outside the entertainment bubble started weighing in. A popular relationship podcast discussed the phenomenon, framing it as an example of soft signaling in modern celebrity culture, where stars drop subtle, deniable hints about their private lives, allowing fans to feel like they're in on a secret while avoiding direct scandal. "It's genius, really," the host remarked. "It keeps them in the headlines without actually confirming anything. And the best part? It feels personal. Fans get to feel like detectives. Together, a love story in real time." Behind the scenes, though, not everyone found the attention flattering. A crew member from Kim Hye-yoon's upcoming drama anonymously told a tabloid that she seemed a little quieter than usual on set since the story broke. "She's professional. She does her work well. But you can tell she's aware of all the noise," the source said. "She laughs about it sometimes with her makeup artist. But other times she just shakes her head, like she can't believe a shirt caused all this." Woo-seok, for his part, seemed more at ease. Paparazzi caught him arriving at Gimpo Airport days later, wearing an entirely different outfit but flashing an easy smile to reporters. When one bold journalist shouted, "Was the shirt a gift from Kim Hye-yoon?" he chuckled but kept walking, offering no verbal response. That chuckle, however, was enough to send fan forums into overdrive. Was it a laugh of confirmation? A laugh of disbelief? In the absence of clarity, every micro-expression became a clue. The mystery took an even stranger turn when a well-known stylist, who had worked with both actors in the past, a cryptic Instagram story. It featured a close-up of a hanger with a white shirt draped over it, accompanied by the caption, "Some things aren't just clothes." Within minutes, the comments section exploded with speculation. Is this a hint? Was the stylist subtly confirming what everyone suspected? The story was deleted within an hour, but by then screenshots had already circulated widely. Days stretched into weeks. The phenomenon showed no signs of dying down. In fact, and to morph into a larger conversation about how much fans should read into celebrity behavior. Commentators worried that the obsessive analysis was crossing into invasive territory, while others argued that stars who plant such Easter eggs in their public appearances know exactly what they're doing and accept the trade-off. What remained undeniable was that the t-shirt had become more than a piece of clothing. It was a symbol, a narrative device in a living, scripted drama that blurred the lines between reality and fantasy. And like any good drama, it thrived on unresolved tension. Lack of an answer kept the story alive, allowing fans to keep hoping, speculating, watching every clip for new hints. In a rare and unexpected development, a charity auction event provided another twist. Byun Woo-seok attended, donating several personal items to be sold for a children's hospital fundraiser. Among them was a collection of signed photographs, of sneakers, and, most jaw-dropping of all, a white graphic t-shirt remarkably similar to the one in question. The crowd erupted when the shirt was unveiled. But when the auctioneer asked if it was the shirt, he simply smiled and said, "It's special." Further details. The shirt eventually sold for an eye-watering sum to an anonymous bidder, leaving everyone to wonder whether they had just witnessed the closing chapter of the saga, or the start of a new one. Kim Hye-yoon, on her end, broke her silence in a subtle but unmistakable way. Instagram post promoting her drama. She wore a completely different shirt but captioned it, "Clothes can carry stories." The comments section exploded, with fans interpreting it as a wink to the ongoing mystery. Whether it was meant as confirmation, denial, playful engagement with the public was anyone's guess, but it reignited the buzz all over again. And so, the question lingered, was it all coincidence? Or was there a hidden message woven into the threads of that t-shirt? For now, the truth remains locked between Byun Woo-seok and Kim Hye-yoon, perhaps known only to them. But one thing is certain, the fans, the media, the entire K-drama-loving world will be watching for the next clue to drop. Because in the realm of celebrity, sometimes the smallest detail can tell the biggest story. In the end, maybe the answer doesn't matter as much as the journey itself. The thrill of discovery. The shared excitement. And the fleeting feeling that, for a moment, everyone was part of a secret. As one fan on Twitter put it, even if it's just a shirt, it's her shirt now, and with that, the legend of the Woo-seok Hye-yoon t-shirt will continue to live on, etched into the fabric of fan culture itself. Even now, the photo of Byun Woo-seok in that shirt still surfaces from time to time, on fan pages, in nostalgic posts, in late-night conversations where people ask, "Do you remember when?" It has become more than an outfit, it's a little time capsule of curiosity, laughter, dash of romance. The image carries the same spark it did on the first day it appeared online, as though frozen in that moment of discovery. For those who believe it was indeed Kim Hye-yoon's gift, the shirt is a quiet confession, a subtle thread of connection between two people who've shared years of friendship and collaboration. For others, it's simply a delightful coincidence that brought strangers together over a shared sense of wonder. Either way, it's a reminder that in an age of fast-moving headlines, sometimes the smallest mysteries are the ones we hold on to the longest. Perhaps one day, the truth will come out in full. Perhaps not. But until then, this story belongs to the fans who keep it alive, each retelling adding a little more magic. What makes it timeless? Thank you so much for reading and sharing this journey with Red Carpet Revealed. Full to have you with us. And we can't wait to bring you the next story that makes your heart race and your mind wander. Until then, stay tuned, stay inspired, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.